Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hi, everyone. I have a little announcement to make, and the thumbnail, well, and the title probably gave a little bit of a spoiler. But I hope that I see people seeing the notification. And there is a link pinned in the video description and a link down below actually 3 links down below there's a pinned link in the chat. There'll be a pinned link on the comments, and there's 3 links down below relating to ChemKnits Chanukah 2021. And I am so excited. I'm going to tell you about, well, without actual spoilers, tell you a little bit about what's in store for this year, and go through some frequently asked questions and stuff that I hope will be pretty helpful. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hi, I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and tonight I am pleased to share that you can now pre-order the 2021 ChemKnits Chanukah sampler. And I am so excited. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about this, and the listing is finally live on Etsy. So let me take you there. All right, and this is the link that is pinned in the chat, but I should make sure that I can see the listing. No, I guess I don't really want to resize it, but I need to make sure I can see. And I also want to make sure I can see the chat. So I am going to do this as best I can. But yes, okay, because I hid part of the window for myself. But anyway, the listing for the 2021 ChemKnits Chanukah sampler is now available in the ChemKnits Creations Etsy shop. And this is, I think, one of my favorite samplers, mystery yarn things I do every year, because what's inside the sampler are multiple wrapped packages, mystery packages labeled with a number and a date to open, that you can unwrap and see the yarn each night of Hanukkah as I release a new yarn dyeing video. So this is something where, although there is limited yarn, everyone can still participate, because the videos are going to be available for everyone here on the ChemKnits Tutorials YouTube channel. It is so much fun, and I just enjoy creating this big stretch of videos. Actually, I'll do it this way. So there are either fingering weight or DK weight samplers. The yarn is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's the same base that I've used in previous years, so you can mix and match yarn from the different samplers. And so during Hanukkah, during the 8 nights of Hanukkah, there will be 8+ new yarn dyeing videos featuring 8 different techniques for the 8 nights of Hanukkah. And then you'll have 8 to 10 mystery packages to open up. So each of the 8 nights of Hanukkah, there will be a 10-gram mini skein. And then there will be a 9th package this year that will either have one 20-gram mini skein or 2 10-gram mini skeins. So that's why it's 8 to 10 packages. I have a plan, but we'll see how that all turns out. And it's so much fun. The packages also include a card, a Hanukkah card signed by me. It includes a bunch of little fun extras that it's so hard to not show spoilers for. I am very, very excited for what I've created this year. And it is so much fun. So the samplers will ship at the very end of October, potentially into early November. Hanukkah does start earlier this year. It's at the end of November. I'll give the exact date near the end. And I think the other thing that I'll add is that you don't have to be Jewish to celebrate with me. I am inviting all of you to celebrate the holidays with me and my family through this series. And so I don't know, it's a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. I just want to show you, this is I think the 4th year I've done it now. So I want to show you some of the packaging from previous years. So this was the packaging from the 2018 sampler. And there are options to purchase add-on full skeins of yarn. I'll talk about those in a moment, the bases and stuff I've picked for this year. So this was the 2018 packaging. This is what the packaging looked like in 2019. I used paper bags and silver labels. And then last year, this was a packaging, I made little flame markers, and then the backs of them had the date that each of the video is published. Jewish holidays start at sundown. The Jewish day starts at sundown and ends at sundown. So it can be the first night. Sorry, I got something in my eye. The first night isn't necessarily the same as like the first day. And so that's why I include the date, so that way you know the date the video will be published. And yeah, as I said, there's fingering weight and DK weight samplers. Now, for the add-ons, usually I do a mystery full skein add-on. And last year, how many years have I done 2 colorways? I'm not sure. I'm going to do 2 different colorways this year. One of them is going to be a sparkle sock, which will be a fingering weight superwash merino with either Lurex or Stellina, and there may be nylon in it as well. I don't have the actual base figured out, but this packaging will come wrapped as well. This was the packaging from last year. The packaging this year might be different. So it'll be wrapped, and there will be some kind of fun extra in there as well. And yay! Thank you for ordering one. There's 2 different colorways on 3 different yarn bases this year. So the 3 base options, as I mentioned, there's a sparkle sock, and then there's also an option of a sock, multicolored Donegal Nep yarn, or a DK weight Donegal Nep yarn. And so let me see, which of course this is blocking. Okay, so the multicolored Neps yarn is here in the center. It is a bare yarn, but instead of the more traditional like brown, black, and maybe white-esque Donegal Neps, this yarn has pink, blue, yellow, green, orange Neps in it. And it is a lot of fun. I use this in the celebration stream, and it comes in both fingering weight and DK, which is why I decided to use it because this is so then I have a DK option. Now, the colorway will be the same on either weight, but it is the same base. So I hope that that makes sense. And okay, I can put this back up and hide that. So, right. So the, oh, that was loud. So the thank you. So the oh, I just turned off media, okay. Everything's muted now. I was like, why is that so loud? So there's 2 colorways, one sparkle and one Donegal multicolored Nep colorway. And I am really, really excited about it. And yes, and so I showed what that base was. Now, in order to purchase the add-ons, you do need to purchase the sampler. Oftentimes, like towards the end when Hanukkah's approaching, if there are add-on skeins left, then I will let people buy them without a sampler. But I want people who are getting the sampler to get like first dibs at the full skeins of yarn. I have new to this year, there is another kind of add-on that you can get. And this is a yarn mop that will be from one of the ChemKnits Chanukah videos. And there is also a choice here between a DK Superwash, 100% Superwash Merino, and a fingering weight sock yarn that is 75% Superwash Merino, 25% nylon. And I included this because I tend to run out of the add-ons before I run out of the samplers. And I loved all of the yarn mops that I created last year while I was filming the series. And last year I actually broke them up and included them in the samplers themselves. I have a different idea for the bonus yarn to bring everything up in the samplers to 100 grams for this year that I'm beyond excited about. Even though it's a big one. It's really cool. It's really cool. I think you guys will really like it. But yeah, so since I'm going to be making yarn mops, I figured that I would let people pre-order. And just like with the other add-on skeins, they will be wrapped. They will have a fun extra. And going along with the like leave no anything behind that comes with yarn mops, I thought that it could be fun. I thought that it could be fun to occasionally there are some fun extras that I use in like very, very limited amounts. And so I have some things like that. And well, we'll see. I've got some special things that I feel sad that only a couple people have been able to see. And so I might include some of that in with this one. And so it'll be fun. Unfortunately, international shipping so Etsy is calculating the shipping. International shipping is really expensive, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't have any control over that. I'm sorry. What I will say is that if, and I guess this brings me to another point. This year, due to the volume of orders that I get around the Hanukkah series, I cannot combine shipping on separate orders. This is something I've tried to do in the past, but unfortunately this year I can't reasonably accommodate that to keep track of orders placed on different days going to the same address. Now, if you place your order for your sampler and then decide tomorrow that you want to purchase one of the add-ons, you absolutely can do that. For all I say that you need to have a sampler with the add-on, you can purchase the add-ons separately. That is okay. It'll just be then shipped separately. So I hope you all understand. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I made myself a bunch of notes. Yeah, so when you're checking out, there are a few things that with shipping that it's worth considering. Sometimes ground shipping can be cheaper than priority, but back. I think I'm back. Okay, I'm just going to give this a minute to see if it's going to come through okay. That was really weird. This camera has not done that before. Amy, that was me attempting to reset the camera, but I think I'm back. Although it hasn't come through live yet because there's a bit of a delay. There's a delay, but I can see it working. Wow, talk about technical difficulties. Sorry about that, everyone. Let me just check. I'm just going to give this a minute to see. Yes, okay. I can hear myself. That is good. Whew. All right, what I was starting to say, I don't know if someone could tell me what I said right before I cut out. But I was going to say that sometimes it could be cheaper to split the order up than pay priority, especially if you're on the West Coast, because priority shipping in the US is now based on zones. So if you're in New England, it's going to be a lot cheaper. It's going to be a lot more expensive if you're in California. That's just because of the way that the US Post Office has done it. So it could be cheaper to do two separate orders. And so, oh gosh, freezing on weird faces. Yeah, technology. So it can sometimes be worth doing two separate orders. But yeah, say that okay, it does look like things are synced now. I was just going through and checking the the stream, and I can see where it went wonky. All right, I did make myself a nice list of some other things I did want to go through. So again, what's in the samplers? You have 8 to 10 are wrapped. mini skeins of yarn totaling 100 grams in either fingering or DK weight yarn. And these are, these will be labeled with the night of Hanukkah and the date that the video will be published. Videos come out at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on this YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed. There's going to be a signed Hanukkah card and then a lot of little fun extras in there. Hanukkah this year starts on Sunday, November 28th, and the 8th night will be on December 5th, 2021. So those are the dates. The videos will go past the 8th night. So I think that the bonus skein, my current plan is for that to come out, I guess, on night 9, of the series. And then the full add-on skeins will be, I'm not sure if it'll be 1 or 2 videos, but so those will come out after that. And then as for the yarn mops, those will be labeled with the date because those will be dyed in one of the videos numbered 1 through 8. So I hope that that makes sense. Okay, samplers will ship in late October, early November. My goal is to try to get them out by Halloween as much as possible. And I always try to start with international packages. Just so that way I can, so that way they have a little bit more time to get there. Unfortunately, I can't, if you're going to be placing orders, please don't also order ready to ship items from the shop, because since this is a pre-order, it becomes challenging to add things in with it. But of course you can add all of the Hanukkah items together. Some other questions I get sometimes. What type of dyes will I be using? All of the dyes from the series will be commercial acid dyes. Another question, can all of the minis be used in one project? Yes, all of the minis will be on the same yarn base, the same yarn weight, but they aren't designed to be part of a color work project or fade in any kind of intentional way. You obviously can combine them, but one of the goals of the series is to feature 8 different types of yarn dyeing techniques. So there can be anything from speckles to variegated to tonals. So there'll be a lot of variety in there. And one of the reasons why I like to do this is one of the most frequent questions I get here on the ChemKnits Tutorials YouTube channel is, what would this look like knit up? Or can you provide a swatch? And so these samplers are really fun ways that you can play with yarn dyed with various techniques and then see how it might swatch up or incorporate them into some kind of scrappy pattern. And it's just, I think, really, really fun. And I want to check. Okay, that seems like it's looking well. And can I accommodate any color preferences with the samplers? Unfortunately, no. All of the colors are a complete surprise. Now, if you order more than one sampler, you will get some color repeats, but each of the samplers isn't necessarily going to be completely identical. Occasionally I have some variation in whatever I'm doing in the dyeing project. So there might be some subtle differences from set to set, but that's also part of the fun. But there will be lots of, if you order 2, there will be lots of repeats. Can I open the box once it arrives and avoid spoilers? Yes. All of the yarn in the samplers will be wrapped, so you won't be able to see it unless you can't avoid temptation and you unwrap the minis. You probably would see the fun extras because you'll see the packaging and stuff. So those are the types of spoilers you would get, but the colorways of the yarn itself won't be spoiled from opening up the package. And in fact, I try to include a letter that has like a tiny URL link to the playlist where you can find all the videos and like when things start. So it can be useful to open it up, but obviously you don't have to open it up until the first night of Hanukkah. I phrased this in a weird way. Okay, but if sometimes people ask, and nothing has sold out yet, so there should be plenty for a while. But if the item that you want is sold out, do I ever restock the samplers? And yes, there will be limited restocks. Usually once I have shipped out all of the pre-orders, or really once I have assembled all of the sampler packages all together, then I will release a couple more. And this is in case there's an error with how many minis I dye for a particular night or things like that. It gives me, or if I'm winding any of the minis by hand, sometimes I can get 10 gram mini skeins out of 100 grams of yarn, but sometimes you only get 9. And so this makes sure that I can create all of the complete sets for the pre-orders. So there might be a couple more restocked, but not many. Okay, so those were the questions that I wrote up for myself. Can you see the NEP base again? Yes. Hold on. Web browsing. All right. So the multicolored NEP base is this one in the center. Now the one here is the fingering weight one that is pictured, but it also does come in DK weight. And let me check on the fiber content. The fiber content of the yarn with the multicolored NEPs is 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal NEP. And if you want to see me play more with this type of base, I have it in the celebration live stream that I shared last month, that I filmed last month, and it should be in that recap as well. What if I've watched ChemKnits, but I've always been too afraid to dye? How much experience do you need to participate? Well, how much experience do you need to participate in the Chanukah special? None. Sorry, mail time. Or like there's a FedEx truck out there. I don't think he's coming here though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the NEPs are, ooh, do I have one? I might have one over here. This isn't the one. Okay, this is not the Chanukah colorway. And the color is coming through weird, but here is one that I dyed recently, and you can see how those multicolored NEPs really do pop. Indy, it's okay, sweetie. Yeah, and I would say that the NEPs, they are extremely soft, and like they're soft and fluffy, and they don't feel like texturally they're not very obvious. Okay, hold on one second. Actually, that was for me. And oh, come on. As I'm off here, I can show, I think. Okay, as I make a mess out of things. So here's the fingering weight and here's the DK weight. how's that for timing? That wasn't planned. That was not planned at all. that would arrive just now. So yeah, I would say, okay, maybe there's not orange, but there's pink, yellow, green, and blue. Those are the colors that I see in the naps. And so it's a really, really fun base. And so I wanted to play with it again for Hanukkah, especially once I saw it was also available on DK, because yeah, there's a lot of bases in fingering weight that you can't also get in DK. So I grabbed that, and I am trying to think if there is anything else. Oh. The only reason why I turned this picture off is because it still shows the yak, which I'm not doing for Hanukkah. But yeah, it is a lot of fun. Yeah. I was like, well, if my Will to Die For order is going to show up right now, then I can show off everything. Yeah, so that was just like really, really hilarious timing. And thankfully it wasn't raining at the moment. I think I'm probably outside the like now tropical storm cone, but we'll see how much rain we get today. I'm trying to think, does anyone have any questions about this? Oh, I remember what I would have said. So if you're curious about colors from past years, I do have vlogs from 2019 and 2020 on YouTube. So then you can go and see the yarn that I dyed, and I'll probably show the bonus skeins in there as well. And I will also be showing the like the fun extras. Oh yeah, I had little donut charms last year. Lots of thoughts. Ooh, that was the sparkle yarn. Let's see. Do I show the other ones? The cricket, as I'm making all the labels. Yeah, so you can find all kinds of stuff on YouTube. And you can even go watch the past series. And it's a lot of fun and a lot of videos. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know yet what I will be doing schedule-wise in terms of premieres or not for the videos. So I'm going to try to think on that, but I will update on my website, which I don't update as often as I used to. And I will update, I'll provide a little bit of information about that probably in the letter that I include in the samplers that has the like, hey, here's all the handy information that you might need. So, yeah, it is a lot of fun, and I might invest in a skein twister to help with the repetitive motions. But yeah, if there's no other questions, thank you so much to everyone for hanging in through the technical difficulties. And yeah, I am going to sign off, go and try to edit out that big technical lapse. But yeah, I hope that you'll go and check it out. The whole thing's a lot of fun. But if you can't or don't want to snag a sampler, don't worry, you can still participate in all the fun because the videos, as I said, are available to everyone. And so I like that, yeah, there's just a way that everyone can participate, because ultimately it's just all bonus content, because there will still be regularly scheduled episodes of like Dye Pot Weekly and stuff while Hanukkah is going on. So it's a lot of fun. I do have all of the links down in the video description. They're also, if you just go to the, all the links for these, for the sampler, the full skein add-on, or the yarn mop add-on, which is really just another way to provide full-size skeins, because I know people really like those. And yeah, all of those will be on just on the main Etsy page. Right up here, there's a Chanukah section. So you can go and find them all really, really easily. And yeah, it's just so much fun. So, oh, but right. So I was starting to answer. Oh, thank you so much. There was a question about like how much experience you need to participate, and then I got distracted by my dog. You know, if you like to use yarn in any capacity, or if you like to just have yarn and look at it, that's really all the experience that you need to participate. Since there's not, I'm doing all the yarn dyeing and things like that. But in the past, people have crocheted these into, well, someone once made a huge ChemKnits blanket using yarn from many different samplers and series. And then people have done socks and all kinds of other things. You followed all my food dyeing videos? Oh, yay! There will be more. I've got more food coloring content that will be coming up as well. For Chanukah, I'm going to stick with commercial dyes this year. You found me right after pre-order time last year, so this is your first Chanukah set. Yay! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's really just so much fun to do. And I have increased everything from previous years. This is potentially the limit of what I can manage volume-wise. But because especially like with the shipping aspect, I usually have to, there's a limit to how many boxes I can carry as I go to the post office. So I usually do multiple runs. But it is so much fun, and I put a lot of thought and design into the various elements that I hope you will enjoy, because I think, oh my gosh, it's the thing that is the hardest, and this is why I do the vlogs now, is because sometimes there's things that I come up with that I really want to share, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm keeping my mouth zipped. And yeah, you'll have to wait. But anyway. Oh, Indy. Hey, Indy, it's okay, sweetie. Oh, baby. All right. I'm going to sign off. And hopefully, hopefully Indy is done freaking out. So again, links are down in the description. Please make sure you are subscribed to the ChemKnits Tutorials YouTube channel. And oh, you know, I keep getting distracted by the chat. No, I haven't ever tried having USPS do a pickup, but with the volume, that is actually something that might make sense. But yay! Oh my goodness, thank you all so much for helping me celebrate this moment. I am beyond excited, and well, now I have to go get to work because I have a dog who is okay. We may have just had another package, which likely isn't Chanukah related. And he makes you smile every time he barks. Oh, good. Because I cringe. I cringe. All right, but I'm going to head out. I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you are experiencing inclement weather right now, which it's not currently raining here, but it's been heavy on and off all day. Yeah, if you're in the path of the tropical storm, please stay safe. And yeah, I will chat with all of you soon. You want to see Indy? All right, let me get him. Hi, honey. Your fans want you. Can you sit? And up. Ooh. Hey, Indy. Look. No, I know. Hey, Floofy. Okay. Here he is. He looks huge right now. He's really only like 23 pounds, but he's all fluff. Indy, can you look there? Look, can you say, well, you can't say much. Okay, why don't you go see Daddy, okay? Go upstairs. Woo! Are you all right? Yep. He is 10, but very nimble. Hey, sweetie, sit. Pretty. They can't see that. Can you stand? Indy, stand. A little bit on camera. Yes, he's such a floofy baby. Yeah. Yes, he's protecting mommy from packages. No, he's a very good boy. Very good boy. All right, I'm gonna head off for real now. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed and all that jazz. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will chat with you soon. Bye!